All right, let's dive into some really powerful insights that came out of a recent meeting of social impact communications leaders in Lisbon. They all got together to tackle one big question. What's a communications challenge you faced recently, and how are you dealing with it? What came out of that conversation was fascinating, a clear journey from everyday frustration to, well, uncovering a real superpower.
So you might think the biggest problem is getting noticed by the outside world. But it turns out the first major battle isn't external at all. It's an internal one. It's all about how the communications role is seen inside your own organization. Does any of this look familiar? Yeah, I thought so. So many people shared stories of being treated like a last-minute help desk. You know the feeling? It's Friday afternoon, and you get a request to launch a massive report on Tuesday. A report you've never even laid eyes on. This isn't just frustrating. It's a direct path to burnout, and it completely ignores your strategic value.
The fix here isn't about working longer hours. It's about fundamentally changing how you work. You have to shift from being a reactive service provider who just ticks boxes to becoming a proactive educator, someone who guides the whole organization towards smarter, more impactful communications. It's about being in the room where decisions are made right from the very start.
And the solutions are actually pretty simple and practical. First, try a comms checklist. It forces other teams to think about the why before they come to you. Second, build a messaging toolkit. This gets everyone singing from the same hymn sheet. And third, and this is a big one, learn to strategically say no. It's not about being unhelpful, it's about protecting your energy for the work that will actually move the needle.
I mean, if your own team isn't aligned on what your core message is, how on earth can you expect your audience to get it? The first step to cutting through the noise outside is to create total, crystal clear consistency inside.
Okay, so let's say you're starting to win that internal battle. You're being seen as a strategist. Now you face the next big challenge, the external one. How in the world do you get your message heard in such an incredibly noisy world?
This quote is just so relatable. It speaks to that huge pressure we all feel to get our story into those giant, big-name publications. Landing a piece in The Guardian can feel like the ultimate goal, that white whale you pour all your energy into chasing.
But here's the key strategic question. Is that white whale even the right target for you? A lot of the time, the answer is no. A smaller, niche publication might not have the same massive readership, but its audience is laser-focused and deeply engaged. These are the funders, the advocates, the people who will actually do something with your information.
And here is another fantastic practical solution to that whole PDFs into the void problem. Instead of letting your content get scattered to the winds, create a resource hub. Think of it as a one-stop shop. It's a single, living page on your website dedicated to one of your key topics. It pulls everything together and instantly positions you as the expert.
So, you've got your internal strategy dialed in. You're targeting the right channels, but there's one final piece of the puzzle, and honestly, it might be the most important one. You have to make sure your message truly connects with people on a human level. We spend so much time obsessing over the who, their age, their location, their job title, but the real breakthrough, the real connection, happens when we start focusing on the why. Why should they care? This shift is a total game changer. Instead of thinking about abstract data, we need to think about shared values. One person shared this perfect example. Their story wasn't just about someone getting electricity. It was about what that person did with it. They love to cook. And that simple detail creates a bridge to someone in, say, London, who also loves to cook. That's the shared human interest. That's where real connection happens. So this brings it all back to you. After hearing all this, what's the one thing, just one small thing, you can do this week to start activating your own superpower? Maybe it's creating that first checklist, or finding that one niche publication, or just looking for the human value in your next story. The path from service provider to strategic leader starts with that one simple, powerful step.